name is Dawn Block with stampinupwithdawn.blogspot.com, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm coming to you today to show you how I made this card in a box, which I actually posted back in March, but I just recently had a class last weekend with my ladies who wanted to make it also. And we made some different variations, and it was kind of fun. And I wanted to show another variation in this video. So should be fun. We're going to do it with the chocolate chip, which is actually retiring. But I made this one with the Knight of Navy cardstock. But they're all using the Truly Tailored stamp set, which is in the True Gentleman suite in the catalog with the True Gentleman Designer Series paper, and along with the punch that matches all the little images. This punch is actually not retiring. It is going into the main catalog, and there's another stamp set that's really cute that I actually ordered. It should be coming today. That matches it, so you can still use it, which is awesome. I'm a little saddened that this will be going bye-bye though, because I did enjoy this stamp set, and I wish I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But we're going to enjoy it today. So we're going to make another variation of this. I have this one in the Knight of Navy, this one in the, I'm just blanking on the color, Tranquil Tide, which color is staying with us. This one is also in the Tranquil Tide. I just used the sunglasses, or the glasses, and the bow tie of the DSP in either one. So what's nice about these cards is they do fold flat for shipping, just like that. It's just a little bit bigger than your regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 envelope. But if you got a bubble mailer and you wanted to send it that way, or just a bigger envelope, which they do sell, you can, Stampin' Up doesn't sell, but you could buy anywhere. You could fit these in an envelope, which is really cool. When I first made it, I made it for my husband's birthday, his 40th birthday actually, and I was going to get him some lottery tickets, and the ones I purchased, of course, were too big. But they do have smaller ones, and that was what I had in mind, was I was going to stick some lottery tickets in there and have them, you know, pop up right there. I think that would work really well if you had some small ones. I personally haven't tried it, but if somebody else tries it, be sure to let me know. Send me some pictures, because I'd really like to see it. I don't like to purchase lottery tickets if I don't have to. But my husband used to enjoy it when he was younger, so that's why I did it for his birthday, which he did enjoy it. But of course he only won like $5 or something, and I spent more than he won, which is why I don't like lottery tickets. So it's just a waste, especially when, you know, people around the world, they need stuff. So yes, so we're going to make this really awesome card in the box, okay? And I'm going to show you actually my PDF that I made for my ladies. So you can screenshot this if you like. It has all the measurements and tips, like I like to say, not necessarily step-by-step directions, but tips on how to make sure you get it right. This one is pretty close to step-by-step directions, because there are a lot of tips to get it done. But you do start off with an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock that we cut in half. Or no, we don't cut in half. I'm sorry. We cut it at 5 1/2 when you set it vertically on your paper. I'll show you that. And then I'll flip it to the next page, because there are more directions on the other side. And these also have some measurements as well. So if you wanted to screenshot that as well. There's my little picture from my blog spot. I made that, put that on there usually for my ladies, so they remember which card it was made from. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this card. We're starting off with the chocolate chip that I did. Like I said, it was an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and you cut it vertically, so it's the bigger sheet, at 5 1/2. So you slice that right at 5 1/2, which I did already for this sheet. And then we pull this blade out, because you're going to need it, and we score this piece of paper. So you move your cutting blade down here so you don't mix it up. I had one of my ladies mix up, and then luckily when she mixed it up, it was awesome. She cut it right at the score mark and stopped right where we were supposed to stop, so we were able to save the cardstock, which was awesome. So you want to make sure you're using the scoring blade when you score. I've seen some other demonstrators where they literally write score right on the little scoring blade, which is pretty smart. I should probably do that too. Okay, so we're going to score. First we're going to turn our sheet horizontally, and then we're going to score at 2 5/8. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to score at 2 5/8, and then again at 5 1/4, and 7 7/8, and last but not least 10 1/2. Score right down there. There we go. So you got all your score marks there. And then we're going to turn it vertically again, and we're going to score at 2 1/2 all the way down the cardstock. This is going to give us our little center fold, which makes the card explode. There you go. You've got your main piece that you need. And then we're going to take our paper snips, and we're actually going to be trimming some of the pieces. We're going to trim this little square. I don't know if you can see the score lines here, but what we're doing is just cutting to the 2 1/2 mark. So it's the smaller squares. There you can kind of see it. So these ones are a little bit more rectangle, and these are a little bit more square, which actually, once it comes down to measurements, neither one of them are square, but this one's a little bit closer than this one. So the smaller rectangles, we're going to trim down to the 2 1/2 mark. First, we're going to trim this one down to the 2 1/2, and then we're going to trim it this way, and we're just going to get rid of this little piece. We don't need him. Garbage. Then we're going to trim down this line, go down to the 2 1/2 score line, and this one down to the 2 1/2. You could do this with your paper trimmer also, if you felt comfortable. Either way works. Okay, then we've got our little base. Then you just pretty much get your score lines folded. Really doesn't matter which way. You don't have to make it pristine with this one because we still want to decorate. So just want to get it to where you can kind of see what's going on. So this is where the box turns to shape, like this. See? Just like that. It's kind of cool, right? Once you see it, then it's easier to decorate because then you know what's going on. Alright, so we're going to use this brown, this really cool brown, which was the bottom rectangle, 2 1/2 by 2 7/8. And then our top square was 2 3/8 by 2 1/2. And we're going to take some green glue here. And we're going to glue on our DSP squares. And these are all going to go onto the bottom rectangle. This gives us our little base. I really like this paper. I thought it would look really good on some chocolate chip cardstock. You know what's funny is I thought I was going to miss chocolate chip. I do use early espresso more than I use chocolate chip, so I can see why they retired it. I do love this chocolate brown, but I can see why they retired it. Because early espresso just looks better. It's like a darker brown. More modern, I guess you could say. Chocolate chip's kind of old-fashioned. Super cute. So easy. The green, I just love the green glue. It gives me that little bit of time to move. Get you right where you want you. Then, once we got your bottom pieces, this is going to be going like this. So that means we need our vanilla flaps on this side, not this side. When I first made the card, I put them on this side, and then I just totally messed it up. So we want to make sure we put them on this side. And like I said, they're not perfectly square either, so you want to make sure you know you're gluing down, especially when you use tape runner. Some people that use tape runner, it's a little bit more difficult to get off and move if you make a mistake. So you want to make sure you're gluing these down in the correct manner, because it's not perfectly square. Little rectangle. Been really busy the last couple weeks with my ladies. I actually did a couple classes. We had our paper pumpkin class, and then we had our this Stamp-A-Stack. We did this card and the really cool kiddo card that I had did also. I made a video on that one. The fun window flap card, window fold. That one was fun. They really enjoyed that one also. And then I also had a retired sale, Facebook sale, and that took some time to set up. Take pictures of everything. I just had a lot going on. But I'm excited to get back with you guys and show you some cool new stuff. Well, this card actually has been around for a long time, so there's probably other videos out there to watch also, so you know how to make it. There we go. See, look at that. It's coming together. Then we have a white piece that goes flat right here. So we'll do that next. And this piece is 2.5. Yep, 2.5 by 5 3/8. And this we are going to stamp on. I think I'm going to use the Today is Your Day Celebrate in Style stamp from the stamp set. And then we're going to use the bow tie because we are bringing in the bow tie DSP for our decoration. I didn't show you that before, but this was my idea to use these 3 colors for our punches, which I think will look really pretty. So we're using the bow ties, so we're going to match the bow tie and add it on here. We're going to stamp them on there. And actually, my chocolate chip Stampin' pad is running low on ink, so I'm going to be using a little Stampin' Spot to stamp our image. These are awesome. They come in the paper pumpkin kits, so all my ladies use them all the time. Some of them have full-size stamp sets, but most of them use Stampin' Spots. And I did for years also. When I first got started stamping, I always used Stampin' Spots. Alright, we're going to get nice and straight towards the top. On my first card I made for my husband, I actually stamped the image a little bit too low. It looks nice there, and you can still see it, but not from the front. So I really liked it kind of high, which is what I did on my next one, where I stamped it a little bit higher so you could see it, which worked out well. So we'll definitely do that on this one. And then we got our Today is Your Day Celebrate in Style, and then we're going to add a cute little bow tie underneath there. Just give it that little bit of flair. For the manly card. Manly cards need some flair. Oh, I think I just got some of that ink on my finger. Let me just ink up that bottom part again just in case. There we go. Yep. Okay. And we're going to center him, I should say, right in the middle there. And stamp there. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. Then we are going to glue this piece onto our base. Some green glue on there. And this is going to go right there. And actually, before we do that, sometimes if you do decorate this side, you don't have to worry about it, but if you decorate this side, which is perfect if you do this flat, because then when you glue this down, this little strip here that holds the whole card together, this here, then you can cover it up with that. So let's do that, since I did do it on this side. So we're going to use some tear and tape here. Just going to tear a piece of tape off, just like it says. And we're going to put it right down here. I'm going to take that back off, because I think this piece is a little bit longer. Oh, no, it was perfect. Good. Take that back off. And then we're going to fold it just like this. Actually, just fold it flat like that. Little tip here. And then just fold this down right on it. Just like a card. Makes it super easy to assemble your box. Just get some pressure right there. And there's your box. Then let's stick this guy. Let me add a little bit extra glue just in case that dried up a little. which is probably good because that wasn't too long. Then you stick him right in there. Right like that. Just kind of move it there. Perfect. That works out well. See, now it covered up that little strip on the inside, so now you don't even see how the card was assembled because you can't even see that little strip. Perfect. Fold it flat and push. That might help too. There we go. Oh, I really like the brown. That really does look cute. Okay, so now you've got that, and then the next part of your base is obviously the little pieces on the inside you see here. We'll get those done and then we'll start decorating. So these little strips, these two little strips are 3 5/8 by 1 1/2, and then we are going to score either side at a 1/2 inch. Take our scoring blade, move it over to a 1/2 inch here. Score. I always go back and forth. I don't know why I go back and forth. You don't really need to. Just one little score is fine. I think I just feel like it gives you that little extra that you might need. Yeah, a lot going on up here, I just realized. Clean that up a bit. Okay, so now that you've got your 1/2 inch score on either side, you kind of want to fold it like a Z. Like that. Just like that. See how I did that? You can see it. There you go. Now you can see it. Kind of fold it like a Z, and that's how it's going to sit in there. That's the side you're going to glue on. So doing that kind of helps you realize that you want to glue on this side and this side. So we're going to use the tear and tape again. And we're just going to put some pieces on the outer part right here. Take that backing off. Put some on this side. The back off. I did one little bit more piece for this one. Instead of trying to figure out how long it is, you know, just cut a little piece. That's kind of what I did. Just cut a little piece and then another little piece, and then just make sure you take your back off on the first one and then put that on the second one. Then you don't have to worry about measuring and getting it just right, or using too much or not enough. Then you can get it to both edges, because it's good to make sure you have glue on each edge of the base here, because then you'll be good and snug and it won't come off. Okay, so we've got our Z fold with our tape on either side, and we're going to stick her in here. And we're just kind of tuck her in and try not to get this side hooked up yet, glued on yet, adhered. We're just going to stick this guy, the edge here, this flap. I'm going to stick him just right in the corner to make it easier to assemble. Just stick him right there. So now just the one side is on, if you can see that. So I don't have this flap attached yet. So we're going to keep him detached, and what we're going to do is just fold it flat like this, and then it'll adhere itself right there. And then you know it's right where it's supposed to be, because then it will close even with it still in there. See? Isn't that neat? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. Yep, perfect. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. Well, we're just going to go a little bit farther back. Get me some more tear and tape here. Or you can just do a full slice like some people, just like that. Yep, that works too. See, now this one's going to be a little bit too long, so instead of wasting that little piece, I'm going to take that back off and then put on the smaller piece right on top of it, so I don't waste any of it. There we go. Take that back off of that one. And then the back off the big one. And then we pop this guy in. Either way, really doesn't matter. You can't really mess this part up. So we stick him, and I'm just going a little bit farther back. Really doesn't matter where you put these. You could even put 3 in here if you wanted to too. You don't have to do only 2. If you want more popped up, like I've seen a lot of ideas with this card with like a flower bouquet and just flowers coming out of it like crazy. So you can do 3 or 4 center pieces here, so you have more things to hold on to when you pop stuff up. So there you go. I adhered the one side. This side's not adhered yet. So I'm going to fold it flat so it goes right where it needs to go. Just like that. And then I'm pushing down here to make sure it adheres well. There we go. Now we have our center pieces. Our 2 little 1/2 inch scored pieces that we turn into a Z. Perfect. Looking good. Now we need some stamped images, and then we need some punches from the DSP. So we are going to need 3 of these. So we'll punch that. I think this is called tailored tag punch. You know, I'm not sure what the name of this punch is, but I'm so happy that it's not going away. I can still use it. So I don't have a whole lot of punches. A lot of the punches I have are retired, and I don't use them a lot because I always use a Big Shot. But punches are so easy and they're fun to use. Okay, so we've got 3 of those. And then we've got 3 of these we're going to use. See, that back is actually the green that I used on the other card. But I really liked this side because it had some brown in there. So we can match it with the brown going on. One of my ladies actually did some just straight blue cardstock or straight green cardstock, whatever base she used. Looked really cute. She her cards turned out really cute, so I really like her idea of using some plain cardstock in with some of the DSP with these tags, and they looked really cute on the card. There we go, 3 of those, and then we need 3 of the bow ties. We'll make sure we get a chocolate one in there. Maybe let's go, yeah, we'll just do that. Don't necessarily need a chocolate one, but there's 2 chocolates right there. I just don't want to waste the other side here. That one's definitely got a chocolate one in it. There we go. Just like that. And one more over here. Beautiful. Too cute. Too stinking cute. That's going to be fun. Okay, then we need some scrap piece of vanilla, just any old scrap piece of vanilla, and we're going to stamp all our images. So we're going to stamp the sunglass one. I always put a piece of Scotch tape right here to kind of keep the lid together, because sometimes when you go to store them and you're going to pick them up, the top comes off all the time, or it doesn't always seal properly. So I always put a piece of Scotch tape on one end, so then it's always together and doesn't go away. Oh, and then I always write the little name on the back. I have a set of magic markers, or permanent markers that are different colors, so I always try to coordinate with the color. And then I write an abbreviation of the name on the back. Put a little breathe on that so then it's nice and wet still. And we'll stamp her down. Looking sharp, that's for sure. That was really nice and sharp. Good image. It's crazy how these ink spots are just perfect. It's all you need. You don't even need a full pad. And our next one, to a classy kind of guy. Very nice. Oh, I always tend to do that. Now I messed up my paper. Look at that. I'm sure you guys noticed that I did that on my other videos. I'm like trying to get out of that habit with the video making so I don't mess up my paper. But I always do that. I stamp off the ink and then clean it off, so then my cleaner doesn't get as dirty with all the ink. Actually, one of my customers taught me that. She had a habit of doing it. And at first I was like, what is she doing? Then I realized, wow, that's kind of smart. So then I started doing it. And I got in the habit. Oh, those might be too close together. I might have to stamp it again. Yeah, I think I will. I might have to stamp that again. So let's just stamp it again while we're in the process here, because it's actually got quite a bit around the image that gets punched out. So you do have to do them a little bit farther apart. Oh yeah, and you always store these upside down, if I didn't say that. Smart. It keeps the ink at the top of the pad, so whenever you go to use it, it's ready to go. Okay, gotta clean those off later. All right, and we got our nice images here, and we're going to punch them out to a classy kind of guy. See how it's got at least like a quarter of an inch around the image, all the way around. So you got to make sure you leave that plenty of space. You got that one. Then the You're a Fox. I love these punches or stamp set. The sentiments are so cute for guys. This You're a Fox one looks really good with that fox set, that fox stamp set. Foxy Friends, I think it's called. And actually that's staying in the catalog, which is nice. I'm really excited that that's staying too, because it's such a cute stamp set. And that one has a punch also that matches, that where you punch out the little fox. And he's super cute. He's so adorable. And I did actually make a card in on one of my past blog posts. And I posted on my Facebook and my Pinterest page too, so you can see it. So we've got all our little punches. We're ready to go. Let's set these off to the side here. And what I did on most of these is I actually mirrored these two sides and did the same thing, and then I just changed that one up a little bit. I thought it looked really super cute. And then you do the real fun image right in the center on the top of both sides. So I'll get my green glue here. We'll glue this guy down right in the center on the top, right there, and then you kind of go from there. And this was actually a mistake when I first made the card, because I glued down these vanilla pieces before I decorated them. And then my first original idea in my head was to decorate them and then trim them with the vanilla piece. And then because I cut them, because I glued them down already, this became my second option, because I had already, oh, I didn't need to put glue on that side. Silly me. Just the one side needed it. So then this became my second option, and it just became really cute. I really liked how it turned out. This time we're going to put some glue right on here, so then you don't have to worry about getting it on the other side of the DSP and then on your hand like I just did. There we go. Then you glue them right where it needs to go. Just like that. And then you just flip her over and trim it. So this was my mistake here, because I was going to trim it with the vanilla, but because I did it this way, I thought it actually turned out kind of cool. And then I just went with the design and kept it going with my class and the 3 other cards that I made, because I really liked how it turned out. Kind of funny that way. Your mistakes are always the ones where you find a really cute idea, is when you make a mistake and you don't do what you had in mind. It's cool. There you go. See, it looks really good when it's kind of going off of the vanilla piece too. It kind of gives it an effect that it just keeps going. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, so we've got both sides looking good, looking sharp. Love it. Then this front one is gonna just change it up a little bit. You could do it however you wanted, but this was the way that I originally did it, and I just really liked it. So all my cards have mirrored it, because I just really liked how it turned out. But you can do however you want. There we go. And then we're gonna stick one guy up here. So we'll put some glue up there. Just like that. And then again down here. And then this part right here, it doesn't need anything actually, because that's where one of these are gonna go. This is really looking sharp. I really like the brown. It looks really cute. I had a feeling it would. None of my girls picked the chocolate chip, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to make one because I really like these colors. Oh, that's gorgeous. I just love it with the chocolate. Looks really good. It's looking sharp. It's so funny that I keep saying that. It's so silly. It's looking sharp. There we go. And we'll trim up this side here too. Right there. And then right here, we can just fold it like this and kind of trim like that. Sometimes this works really well with long scissors too, because then you can get a nice clean cut. I just wanted to use the paper snips, get around the box a little easier. There we go. Okay, all those pieces out of the way. All right, then we got our stamped ones. And this is where you can make your own choice too. You can put whichever ones you want down on the bottom. You could do the classy one, or the looking sharp, or the Your Fox. So it all depends on what you want. You can put right there. Totally up to you. And I just need some dimensionals here. And I'm gonna pop a dimensional right there, and we'll put another one right here. I'll take those backs off. I think I'm gonna do the looking sharp one since I keep saying that, right? I'm gonna pop him right there. Super cute. Oh, I just love the chocolate chip. Oh, I am gonna miss it. Okay, then we need our little window sheets. And these little guys, super small, that's all you need. Because I actually realized after I made this card that I was out of window sheets. But I had a whole bunch left over from one of my paper pumpkin kits. So it worked out well. But these little guys, these little window sheets are only 2 inch by 1/2 inch. Super small. So all you gotta do, I hope you can see them. You can kind of, oh yeah, you can see them, good. So we're gonna use the tear and tape again. Oh, that might have been too much. Oh well. Just do little tiny pieces here. Oh, that piece came off on my finger. And the backing came off. Just throw that off to the side here. There we go. Now we might have just enough. Okay. Use a little piece of tear and tape right on the top of either side, on the same side. Just like that. One on either side. There we go. Hopefully save that piece. We can use it for something else. Well, I got some on my finger still. Just stick it on a piece of cardstock in the garbage over here. Best way. There we go. Got it. Okay. Now we got your, take your backs off here. And the one side will get your punch out. And then the other side will be used to adhere to the base. So the Your Fox, we're going to center them on the top here. Center them in between the middle there, right in the middle of that window sheet, so he fits kind of well, just like that. And then this one, this side, just like that. Perfect. Super cute. Take the backs off of our bottom pieces here. There we go. And then these are going to get adhered to the inside here. So again, put them where you want them. You want the Your Fox up front or to the classy guy up front. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put, because I haven't done this on my other cards, so I'm going to put the Your Fox in the back and the classy guy in the front. So what you kind of do is just kind of hover here and you put them behind, the middle piece here. So instead of in front, which actually I did in my original card, it looks cuter if you tuck it behind and you don't even see the window sheet and how it's glued on. So it looks cuter, I think. It looks more nice. So we're going to stick him right back here. It really doesn't matter if it covers the wording going this way, because really when you set the card up, you look at it like that. So when you look at it like that, you can still see your sentiment. So it looks super cute. And then it doesn't matter where it goes either, because when it folds down, oh, actually you're going to fold down this way because this sticks out. So when it folds down, everything still gets tucked on the inside. So as long as it's in between there, you're good to go. So then this one, we're going to tuck down here, and we're going to go just a little bit lower. I'm going to actually go like this, so then I can press and seal it right down there. We're going to go just a hair bit lower than this one, about like right there. Just like that. You can push right there. There we go. And that's it. That's our done card. Oh, I just love how that brown turned out. It's super cute. See the green again? The green looks good, but I really like the brown. It's so pretty. So you can totally do so many variations with all the different DSP that comes in that pack. You could just do so many. And I have tons cut too, because I had some extra ladies that were going to come and then they weren't able to finish. So I have tons of extra paper, so I'm going to make more. So I'm going to use up all this paper. So, because it's retiring, so I can just use it on myself. Super psyched. Super fun. I just love this card. It's so cute. So much fun for any guy in your life. Birthday, Father's Day. You could even do it for Father's Day, because celebrate in style. Go for anything. Super easy. And Father's Day is coming up. Alrighty. Well, I hope you enjoyed this card in a box. And don't forget to check my blog and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be right back on the gun and make some more videos and some more blog posts. And I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to make time for crafting. Thank you.